Asị na nnu na mmanụ anaghị esi okwu. What's up, family and friends? Welcome to the Woke Nation, our nation of factual truth, where we feel free to share knowledge and spread the knowledge of factual truth without fear, without favor, and without faint. Where we encourage us to live our lives and live it well through the knowledge of factual truth, because it is our lives, and we were born to live, explore, and enjoy life without apology. So, and personally, I encourage you, I charge you to live your life, enjoy your life wherever you are. It's not matter of where you are living. Yes, there's some different bait. You are greater than that. Your brain, the brain you have, that brain is what makes you different from animals, like the way you reason, the way you judge things, you can do things, you can think for yourself and begin to build. So, especially you Africans, you must, dare to live by knowledge. Africans are really, really deep in spirituality and it's costing us a lot. Yet, our people, what's up, Herbert? Our people who so much, carry this spirituality as is powerful, is real, is this. I say, so why can't you pause and say, okay, what are you doing with this spirituality? At least start with yourself. I told you, I've been looking. Let me use your whatever. I know what we have as a people, according to history. Even by me looking at ourselves, you will see that we are great people. We don't need anyone to validate us. We don't need anyone to help us. We don't need anyone to build us. We can do these things by ourselves and for ourselves. We started them all, not with any God. Then ask yourself this spirituality or spiritual of a thing, because our people get upset when you try to open their eyes towards that spirituality is African religion. They say no, it's not religion. They begin to talk many things, what it is, and they still end up to what it actually is. It's unorganized religion. You can come with your definition, another person come with his own definition, another person come with their own definition, different meanings to different people. This person says three is this. Some say they are from the water. Some say they are from the air. Some say they are from the sun. Some say they are from the tree. Confusing themselves. What really mean show that they are confusing themselves is because they cannot use it to do anything in reality other than to brag is my ancestral style, my ancestral root. Africans, spirituality is not African root. It may be African leaf, but not African root. Our root is science. And that's what white people took away from us. They did not take away spirituality from us. Look at our people. I say always look at Africa. Don't worry about Africans living in diaspora or Africans in America, those people they kidnap or enslave outside Africa. They look at Africans who are slaves in Africa today. They are still practicing spirituality. The same thing, black people, Africans, anywhere, wherever they are, whether it's in Islam, in Christianity, in Judaism, they are still practicing spirituality there. There is nothing. It is all superstitions. Attaching it to nature, attaching it to anything does not make it real. Think. So, but I want to share with us what I titled today spiritual garbage or spiritual garbage. So, a lot of garbage that we're carrying around because they heap this garbage or not. That is what keeping us below them. And those garbages we carry it, we think is really is something that will help us or something that no, it's not. It can never be useful. It's rubbish. It's useless. It can never. No matter how you try to paint it. Somebody asked me earlier, okay, yesterday, today is already Saturday. He said, but there are some people that are rainmakers during the dry season, they make rain fall, which is a lie. Those rainmakers can only make rain fall during rainy season. They don't make rain fall during dry season. That's why everybody will call it, it's not farming season, because if it's farming or if you need rain to farm, if they can make rain fall during dry season, so at least let it fall for them. Let them farm. Let's see. No, but dry season we go close to the river or to the stream or wherever water is to farm. At least there are things you can farm there, which we are not even using. Africa is not supposed to be lacking any food. We have every means. Like when they tell you that Joseph had dream and tell Egyptians how to save anything, no. Egyptians never learn anything from any outsiders, unless the one they force on Egyptians, which is like this concept of God. Foreigners force it on us. But the ancient Africans, ancient Egyptians, ancient Nubians, ancient Africans never needed anything from any other race. Everything every other race is enjoying today, we are giving to them by Africans. So think, say, those rainmakers, they were worshiping God. I said, it's like telling me a homosexual person because he invented something, it is because he's homosexual, that's why he invented it. No. How about the Moors? The Moors were Muslims and they were Africans who came from Morocco and those areas and went to Europe civilizing white people. They were blacks, but they were converted Muslims. They were converted into Islam. Africans were not Muslims, Africans were not Christians, Africans were not Jews. Africans were Africans. They never, they are not, they never worship any God. African didn't have any concept of God. If there's any concept Africa had, it was concept of nature, which is science, building with what you have. You don't need to consult any imaginary being. Read it again, Genesis chapter 11, 1 to 6. I will keep pointing you to that place for you to open your eyes. They did not consult any God, they consulted themselves and they decided to build, decided to make them for themselves, decided what they will do. And when God, white people came, he said, these people are one, speaking one language. Nothing they propose to do will be refrained from them. If they imagine to do anything, they do it. Not any God doing it. When you say there is a spirit in you, it's a lie. There is soul in you, it's a lie. You are talking about your thoughts. That is why you have those dreams. It has nothing to do with you anything. It's the functions of your brain. Your thought is also what they call Satan in their book, that goes everywhere in the world. That's what your thought does. It goes to your past life, to your present life, to the future life. And because you are taught away from it, you don't know how connected we are to one another, but we have been taught away from that. We don't, when we see what is about to happen in our places, because we are busy, we want to go make money and survive. We forget, we don't even try to find out what we're supposed to do. This is what I saw in my dream, in my vision, in my revelation. No, we just rush out again. We have to make money. I have to leave. You have to do. I have to go pray. I have to go do this one. I have to go do that one. As I have been saying, starting from when you were born, you're supposed to live with your parents, not them raising you, not them training you. It's everything that brought all this to train your children the way they should go. Bullshit. Nature, you don't need to train your children. You don't need to raise your children. You live with them. They also have their own brain. They observe, they follow you. That's what our ancestors were doing. They didn't separate themselves from their children or from their women. All of them were together. Is today you see even Africans believing that women are under men. You don't know it's part of religious garbage they taught you. Oh no, we're stronger. It's idiot. You're stronger. You cannot carry a child. You're stronger. You cannot give birth. You're stronger in your own area of functioning. Women are also stronger in their own area of functioning. A man is not above a woman, and a woman is not above a man. And a man cannot do with a woman, and a woman cannot do without a man. Show me a woman or a man, you say, this one, that is only one person is sleeping with. You know, that person is under the spell of religion or spirituality or some bullshit some people made up. Say, if you have sex, if you're not here with your husband, this also thing will happen to you. And they're living in with that fear. We need to grow up in knowledge and trash all these spiritual garbages. I've been doing that. It starts with some words they gave to you. You know, words cast spell. That's what they call it, spelling. So some words you are using, you don't know is you are even casting spell on yourself. Or you think there is something, why something things are not working for me. Let me give you some idea. Maybe it will help you as it helped me. Learn from your past experiences. That's when you will know your path, then you walk in it. You see, when you are hustling to take care of yourself, things are working well. But when you are hustling to take care of people that even they don't, all they want from you is money. All they want from you is to come and better their life. You end up being arrested. You end up being losing. Losing in that business or in that hustle. Think, don't come. Some of you don't need to compete with anyone for anything. Many people have died because they wanted to compete, they wanted to compete with somebody. Them because they step out of their path. When you're walking in your path, there's no competition there. There is no fear there. There is no covetousness there. There's no worry there. You live your life. No comparison. I want you to know that talking and preaching without knowledge of factual truth is bullshit. Many people are like that. Anybody that is talking or preaching about God, talking and preaching about or Jesus or practicing it about heaven, about spiritual word and all that, they lack the knowledge of factual truth. They don't know what they're saying. And that's why they think those garbage will help them. Don't worry, keep hoping. One day it will happen. Keep believing. It will happen. It will happen. When they are the one that will rise up and do things. So the first garbage you must trash if you are say you are waking Africa. I'm talking to Africans. If you say you are waking African, the first garbage I want to speak on is holiness. Many of you still believe something is holy or someone is holy. Something is sacred. In nature, nothing is sacred. Nothing is holy. In truth, nothing is sacred. Nothing is holy. In nature, in truth, everything is natural. It is stupid people, ignorant people, cowards that made up what you call holiness. That land is a holy land. It is people who invaded Africans. When they saw our exploits, they begin to say, "Oh, they are holy. They are gods. That place is holy. Their place is this. We must take it. It's a holy place. Let us go and kill them and possess it. God has given it to us. We are the chosen one." And you hear, especially Christians will tell you, holiness unto the Lord. No, no one is holy. We are perfect. We don't need holiness. Holiness is a spiritual garbage. Holiness unto what? Imaginary being. Sacred. Oh, that river is a sacred. A woman cannot enter it so date. Nobody can go there so date. It's bullshit people made up. It's people that establish those things you call spirits or you call idols, you call arrows, you call God. People establish those things. It has nothing to do with nature. That's why you weren't born with one. None of you was born with the concept of God. None of you was born with the knowledge of God. So when you are talking or preaching or practicing anything about God, you are preaching, you are talking and practicing without knowledge of factual truth. No one is holy. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be your name. Have you seen this, your Father? No. But it's in heaven, and hallowed is his name. And you are stupid. The second one is righteousness. This another main one. Spiritual people always believe righteous. We righteous. They tell them in the book that righteousness exalts a nation. Show me one nation righteousness has exalted. No. Wickedness exalts those nations, like America, like England, all those world powers. It is wickedness that exalted them. For them to be world powers over others, that's wickedness. In nature, there is no righteousness. And when you say no righteousness, man, you be right. You can rightly be wrong. You can rightly be wrong. If it's not based on factual truth, it doesn't matter how right it seems to majority. It is lie. It is false. Righteousness. Oh, we are the righteous. We are the righteousness of the Lord. Righteous this, righteous that. Are you righteous? I am righteous. Oh, no one is righteous. Jesus Christ is our righteousness. God, our righteousness. That's bullshit. Trash that garbage. Righteousness is garbage. It's a religious garbage, spiritual garbage. You don't need it. Natural garbage is better than any other garbage, spiritual garbage, religious garbage. Natural garbage, you put it to the earth, it becomes manure, right? You use it again. Because in nature, every natural thing is useful. In nature, every natural thing is useful. That's why you are useful. And that's why God needs you. Because without you, God cannot function. God is useless, cannot do anything. Think about that. If God is almighty, if God has power over you, if God is higher being than you, why should that God need you to say or do anything for it? Think. Any being that need you to speak for it, you are greater than that being. Any being that need you to worship it, to pour libation to it, to sacrifice to it, do something for it or to it, is below you. Why should you keep putting yourself down out of fear and ignorance, which you call faith? The third garbage is forgiveness. Oh man. Oh, forgive them. That's what will keep you down, because you keep forgiving. Our ancestors, ancient ancestors, never practice forgiveness. They practice fairness, justice, and equality. Fairness. Forgiveness is supporting just injustice. It is evil. And that's why you see crime, evil. That's why you see many, you see Christians. Are they not the one committing all those evils you're talking about? Like when they quote Psalm chapter 14, verse 1, they say, the fool has said in his heart, there is no God, for they are corrupt and all that. Okay, I ask you, who are the corrupt people today? Was Hitler not a Christian? Was he not a God-fearing man? Who are those people who you said I will never have anything to do with these people again? They are godly people. They are godly people. But they believe forgiveness. If they can't, you can forgive them. That's why those things keep multiplying. Crime, all that keep in ancient Africa, those things were not there. They were living naturally, perfectly. No need for rape, no need for stealing, no need for killing one another. If they were killing, it is just to animals for them to eat, not for them to suppress other people, to have dominion over other people. They weren't even having dominion over animals. You see how they domesticated animals? They only kill to eat, not to brag that we spirit other bullshit. No. Another one, redemption, another spiritual garbage. Redemption. Redemption song. Emancipate from yourself. And you, because of that redemption, you say you are fulfilling the book. The book your slave master wrote and gave you redemption. Redeemed from what? I know my redeemer liveth. It's a lie. You never see any redeemer. You say, I know my redeemer liveth. How do you know that? The Bible says, Jesus has redeemed us. He has He has done this. He has done that. Thank you, Jesus. He has not redeemed you for anything, from anything. Redeemed you from what? You are still slave. Are we not still slaves? As a people, Africans, talk to me. Black people, talk to me. We are still slaves. All of you African Christians or black Christians or black Muslims, black Jews, where is the redemption? The Lord is our redemption. Our redemption comes from the Lord. He redeemed us. He redeemed us from Egypt. He redeemed us from sin. He redeemed us. But you are still committing those things. You say you have been redeemed from. I owe no debt anymore. He paid the debt he did not owe. The debt I owed, he paid for it. He has redeemed me. You are lying. And many of them that claim to be awakened still believe in that. Some have even believed their ancestors coming to redeem them. If your ancestors exist anywhere and they're watching you suffering the way you are suffering, trash those ancestors too. They're stupid. But you are the ancestors you're talking about. There's no ancestor anywhere looking at you or doing anything for you. You are the ancestors that must rise up and do something for yourself. The fifth one is blessedness. I am blessed. I am blessed. Blessed is Sarah. Blessed is Sarah. That's nonsense. It's a spiritual garbage. It cannot change anything in your reality. You have to face the reality. Trash all this spiritual garbage. Oh, we are blessed. No, we are not. We are natural to have whatever we have. We are suffering today because of wickedness of men, not because of any spiritual anything. People invaded and they invaded, stole, killed, and destroyed us. It has nothing to do with any God. But they came in the name of God and gave you that God to keep you down. You are living in the fear of that God. Let no one deceive you anymore. People talking about what they have not seen, only what they believe. I believe in God. God, I believe in Jesus. Have you seen this God or Jesus? No. For example, yesterday was Friday. They say it's Good Friday, so other Friday is bad one. They have only one Good Friday in a year. Although it's not in their book, they say their book, they're following their book. Jesus spoke there, taught them what to do. They are followers of Jesus. But there's no Good Friday in their book. And on Sunday now, which is tomorrow, they will have what they call Easter. The only place Easter was mentioned was in Acts chapter 12, I think so, if I'm not mistaken. And it has nothing to do with disciples of Jesus doing anything. Because the Romans have been practicing that before Christianity. Before they come up with the idea of Christianity, killing other people to force everybody to belong in it. But there's no place Jesus and disciple said, okay, we observe this, blah, blah. No. Jesus never said, do anything in remembrance of my resurrection. He said, no, do this, that's communion, in remembrance of my death. But think about that. If Jesus has risen from death, as you believe, more than 2,000 years now, Jesus is supposed to show up anytime you're celebrating anything about Jesus. But you believe all eyes shall see him when he will come to take you from earth to heaven. But all eyes will not see him when you are celebrating his birthday, when you're celebrating his death, when you're celebrating his resurrection, when you're celebrating his suffering. All eyes cannot see him. You are even your own eyes. Okay, let's say only those that celebrate Jesus, let their eyes see Jesus at least. You gather in your church, Jesus show up. It cannot show up. It's a religious nonsense. And you practicing it. Claiming you are blessed. You are not blessed. God sent Jesus. He died for our sin. Bullshit. No, it's not true. I don't have one. I don't have any sin. No one can die my death. I die for myself. Even when I was a Christian, they deceived me. I thought I was sinning when I was not sinning. Everything I said it was wrong that I did, maybe against the law, I suffered for it. I have been locked up several times, both in police cells and in prison. But never in prison though. I never be convicted and in jail for anything. No. But many people think, yeah, I have, I have not killed anyone. They say, it's now I have the mind to kill. I mean, not mind, the brain. I will kill our enemies, of course. If you're coming to kill me, I kill you. Not a bit boom boom way. I will kill you myself. Sometimes when I go to Nigeria, what if people come now and say they're doing it? And I say, oh, I will use anything. Maybe they put their hand in, pow. If I see gun, I will use Papa shoot you first. Another one of the 61 is revelation. That's another one. Religious garbage. Your thoughts, your brain is working, your brain, you see things. It has nothing to do with any God revealing to you or any ancestors. That's your brain functioning. That's part of the work of your brain. You see things about yourself, your future, your past, your present. You can see things about your family members, your friends, or people you have known. There are people you met in your past life. You see them in your revelation today. You think they are demons. Just like they brainwash Africans to see their ancestors as demons. So when they see themselves in that dream as ancestors, they say it's demon. They begin to bind and cast out. Revelation is the spiritual garbage. When I say divine revelation, God revealed things to me, but He cannot show them. Remember the Malaysia airline? Till today, nobody know where that airline and all the crew and the passengers, all of them got missing, dive into the ocean. Till today, nobody, no God has been able to reveal it. How many years now? But they want us to shut up and believe what they say. The seventh one is 3 in 1. That's how I put it. 3 in 1: faith, hope, and love. And they tell you these three things abide. It's a lie. It's a spiritual garbage. But they tell you it abides because that's what will keep you in that perpetual slavery. They are chains. Faith is chain. Hope is chain. Love is chain. They are the three chains, the three cord. It's not easily broken. Yeah. Faith, hope, and love. That's the chain that will keep you in slavery. You need to trash them. They are spiritual garbage. Trash them. You don't need faith. You don't need hope. You don't need love. You have what you need already: knowledge. So go for it. The knowledge in this world is free. It don't require you to pay anything. If there is anything you have to pay to get knowledge, it is called attention. Pay attention. Learn. Learn from anything you hear, from anyone you see. The eighth one is humility. You see people, even what they call humility is false. That's why they worship. Ah, eh. They begin to worship, speaking things they have not seen. Only in their head they see it, or in their fear. Humility. Humility is not a virtue, it's not something a human being should have. It's for slaves. Slaves are humble. I remember when I was a Christian, I used to pray it, sing it. Humble me, Lord. Humble me, Lord. He humbled Nebuchadnezzar. So why am I asking him to humble me again, to turn me into a beast, into animal? No, I'm good. I'm great. I trust that God. Stop, clamoring or looking for humility or being humble instead of you being human and, clamoring for humanity. Humanity is what we have and need. We don't need humility. Humility is for slaves. Number 9, virginity. Oh man, this one is another area that drive a lot of people crazy. Are you a virgin? Especially they use it to subjugate women. If you are a virgin, your bride price will rise. That's your slave price. It will rise. If you're not a virgin, it will go down. I'm a virgin. Then you think you are better than others. That's bullshit. At what age did you have your vagina? That's a question you should ask yourself. You were born with it, so you're supposed to be using it immediately you are born. That's how it's supposed to be. That it's people, especially wicked men, that will know, I want to sell my daughter and I will make more money if she's a virgin, if she marry a virgin. That's why they say in their book, if you marry her as a virgin and you find out she's not a virgin, the elder should take her to her father's house and stone her to death. That's how wicked those men are that subjugated women. The 10th one is oneness. Oh, yeah. Many spiritual people always quote this one. Even when I was a Christian, I even had revelation about it. Oneness, oneness, oneness. We are one. We are one. One God. One. No, there are three, but one. We are many, but one. No, there's no such thing as one God. It's out of this spiritual garbage. Oneness. You have it. One Creator. A Creator that has no that is a Him and has no she, and you say that Creator exists. So you know your birthday. Tell me your creation day. You know your parents. You don't know your God. Show me your God. You can show me your parents unless they're in the grave. So at least you know they're in the grave. For the fact you exist, tell you that you have a father, you had a mother and a father, even if you are orphan today, which you don't supposed to be. In African way, no orphan, no single parenting, all that. No, because there's always father and mother. You always have father and mother in African family structure. Even after the death of your own parents, you still have parents. So you that believe God created you, tell me, show me that God. You that know that your mother created, you can show me your mother. You can, I mean, born you. You can show me your mother. You can show me your father. You were born. You were never created. Think, think. This is one of the reasons you see some people that say they are spiritual now, they are no longer religious. They say, who created you? Idiots. What do you mean, who created me? I was born. No one created me. If you say someone created you, then show me that one that created you. Or you say something created you, show me that thing that created you. You say you cannot see it. See it, think. You are visible. And they tell you invisible being created you. And you cannot see that invisible being that created you. And he's all powerful. Think. Even a madman, if he can reason with what I just said, he will agree there is no God. Don't let them intimidate you with what is written. The fool has said in his heart. They are not even quoting it well because they lie today. They tell you the fool has said there is no God. He said the fool has said in his heart. In other words, the person that wrote that thing was that fool because no one else know what you are saying in your heart. And the truth is this: the heart does not say anything. You don't say anything in your heart. Anything you are saying come from your head, from your brain. You imagine it, then you say it. It has nothing to do with your heart. The only thing your heart does is to pump blood. But religion has made you think you love with your heart, you do anything with your heart. No, it's religion. Using idiomatic expression and you think is the truth you must live by. It's not. Also, they came up with the lie, one human race. There's no such thing as one human race. We are not one human race with the white people. Africans, we are not one human race with white people. And that's why they are still treating us the way they are treating us. In America this week, they expelled two black people, congressmen, from from their position. Elected, though, they expelled them. They casted vote, expelled them. The white woman escaped with one vote. Racism. They expelled in Tennessee. It is in their blood. It is in their DNA. It is in their gene. Origin of racism is white people hating black people. It doesn't matter how you try to do it today. Hey, black people are racist. Yeah, I'm racist. I want, just like being evil. Yes, I must be evil to end evil. If you want to end evil, you must be evil. Good. You say, I am a nice person. You will never end evil. You have to be evil to end evil. And if for you to end racism, you have to be racist to end it. These things, spiritual garbage, is that the things that are not needed in reality. Think about it. You don't need holiness, righteousness, forgiveness, redemption, blessedness, revelation, faith, hope, and love, humility, virginity, and oneness. You don't need them. We need to come to the knowledge of self and begin to deliver ourselves from all this evil they have put us in so that we can live as a people again. Think about it. Life is great. It's not imbalanced as they have made you to believe. Dare to know. Trash every belief system and live humanly. called the